Amateur Sports Video presents the Eaglecrest Raptors versus the Horizon Hawks. Hi, everybody, from Five Star Stadium in Thornton, Colorado. We're happy to bring you this Saturday's afternoon's contest between the Eaglecrest Raptors and the Horizon Hawks. This is game number 2 for both opponents, and Eaglecrest coming into today's contest with their first victory of the season last weekend in a 43-7 romp over Harrison. Horizon comes into the game also 1-0 with a 31-13 victory over Broomfield. In the preseason polls, Eaglecrest started out the season ranked number 7 by the Denver Post, with a commentary that a fast team in a fast conference that just missed the state cut a year ago, and that they were a dangerous foe. Thanks to their victory last week, Eaglecrest moved up in the Denver Post News 4 prep polls to a ranking of number 4, headed by Mitchell in number 3, Hinckley in number 2, and Pueblo Central in number 1. Coming into today's contest, Horizon is number 9 in Class 6A, and with their victory last week, as we said, coming in with a record of 1-0. The Raptors, coached by Coach Ron Peterson, had a record last year of 6 wins and 4 losses, and they return 8 starters on offense and 6 on defense. Last state appearance was in 1991, and they possess a potent offense as one of their principal strengths. Some holes to fill on defense might be a weakness, but the Raptors are looking to make amends for last season. And we look for a good contest today, as Horizon has been a playoff team in years past, and always a 5A foe going against a 6A foe makes for an interesting day. We plan to see today quite a bit of Bryce Hedrick, number 7 at quarterback, along with number 23 Blaine Douglas in the backfield, and number 30 Jason Soberg. Jason picked in many polls as one of the top football players in the state to keep an eye on, and we're happy to be able to have this opportunity to watch his performance today. Well, the Raptors setting up to receive. They're in the black helmets and white jerseys. Back to receive is number 10, Damian Brown, on one side, and well, at the moment, a little trouble making out the other receiver, but we'll pick that up here as the game progresses. Ball spotted at the 40 for the kickoff. It's a beautiful September day here in Colorado at Thornton Five Star Stadium. Just absolutely fantastic. Foot in the ball, but it goes low, bounces, taken at about the 25-yard line and run up to the 35 by number 81. That's Bob Brusino, and Bob, a senior wide receiver, as the ball was squib kicked. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Raptors. At quarterback, as we said, is number 7, Bryce Hedrick. Ball spotted at the 33-yard line. Hedrick now barks out the signals and drops back to pass. He looks out in the left flat, and it's completed to number 80, Jason McQueen. McQueen on a beautiful catch. And McQueen is over the 45. Looks like the ball's going to be spotted at the 47, 48-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Raptors. 15 yards on the catch, on the completion, and Bryce Hedrick off to a good start here today. And here's now a quick handoff. Oh, what a beautiful hit across midfield, and he's down to the 40-yard line. That's number 30, Jason Sovereign. Jason, beautiful slant off the right side. Give credit to those linemen, and we're going to try to identify those guys as soon as we can. Another 1st down for the Raptors, as Jason Sovereign, a senior, 6 foot, 190-pound running back, just slashed and spun for a gain of 16 yards. Another handoff to Sovereign. Sovereign comes to the left side now, and he's hit as he gets across the 40-yard line. Looks like they're going to mark the 38, I believe, as the line of scrimmage. At the left tackle position here is number, well, I thought I had that number, and now it's 78, and that's Matt Conti. Matt Conti, a senior. And now Hedrick is being pressured, and he's going to be thrown for a loss. Dropped back on the other side, the Raptor side of the, whoops, just short of the midfield stripe. Now they're going to take the ball back. He's not going to have as big a loss as it looked. Tackle made by number 91, Derek Mays. And that brings up, let's check that now, that brings up second down. And I believe we've got a wide receiver now coming split to the bottom. Raptors feature an I set in the backfield, but three running backs. And here now is a quick handoff up the middle. Going straight up the middle that time behind those big linemen. Again was Jason Sovereign. Gain of 3 yards for Jason that time on the play, and it's going to bring up third down. Check that, make it fourth down. And it's going to put the Raptors in punt formation. Looks like our punter for the day will be number 10, Damian Brown. Damian marks out the signals to his squad, now drops back in punt formation. First kick of the day. Damian marks square on the 50, and before we get the kickoff, referees blow their whistles and stop play. So hold everything as we check out. Delay a game against the Raptors, and that's going to back them up another 5. It's going to put the ball now at the 43-yard line of Horizon. And Damian Brown will drop back in punt formation once again. Nice snap. Brown gets the punt off. It goes to the right side of the field, takes a bounce. And look who's down there, Jason Sovereign, number 30 on the coverage as the ball goes out of bounds. Check the position on the field where that's marked. It looks like that's about the 25-yard line. And it'll be 1st and 10 for the Horizon Hawks. Horizon's first possession of the day. See if we can pick up some of the defense now for Eaglecrest. That's at the 15. Did I say the 25? I meant, actually it's at the 14 now that I see the spot. Get a little busy here early in the game. Quarterback hands off quickly up the left side, and he breaks through tackles and is brought down by number 55, and that's Lance Gilloff. Lance on the tackle, but not till there's a first down. 1st and 10 for Horizon on a 16-yard carry that time. Defender coming out to the far side now is Courtney McHugh. And here's a quick handoff coming to the right side. Oh, what a hit. Good hit that time by number 54, Jasper Armstrong, and Lance Gilloff came in and cleaned up. Steve Cruz, number 26 on the carry for the Hawks that time, picks up 6 yards. Well, we've got some of those defenders up there for Eaglecrest. Kerry Phillips, number 31, is in the, looks like, nose guard position at the present time. And number 77, Randy Gorton, at the left tackle. Now, here's pressure on the quarterback, but a quick handoff up the middle. And now the Raptors stack up the runner. And we've got a host of Raptors in there. Number 77, Randy Gorton. And among others, number 31, Kerry Phillips in on the tackle. 1st and 10 for Horizon, though, as the carry was good, and the line of scrimmage now is at just shy of the 40-yard line. The ball, in fact, the point of the ball in contact with the 40 in Horizon territory. Here's a quick handoff to the left, and a tackle made by number 68. That's Al Fracola, and Fracola brings a runner down from Horizon. Very short gain. 4 yards on the carry, and it'll be 2nd down and 6. In the defensive backfield for the Raptors, number 2, Quincy Mitchell, and number 8, Bo Rogers. Now the Hawks come with wide receivers split top and bottom. I pro set in the backfield, and here is a quick handoff going right up the middle. Norton on the draw play, stopped by number 8, Bo Rogers, and number 55, that's Lance Gilloff, along with number 31, Kerry Phillips. Third down, ball just shy of the midfield stripe now as it's placed at the 48-yard line. Here's a full house backfield and a handoff to the fullback. He goes to midfield and he is stopped. In there quickly, well, I had his number and he got up and scampered away from me there. It looked like it was number 8, Bo Rogers again, and I think it was, well, I'm not sure now, so we're going to have to pass on that one. We're sorry to the young man who made the tackle. It was a great tackle. 4th and 1, and the Hawks will go back in punt formation now. Their first punt of the day. And the kick is a low kick. It bounces, and it's going to come to the 25-yard line and be knocked out of bounds. So the Eaglecrest Raptors will take over 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line on their second possession of the day. Horizon that time electing to go up the middle on a number of plays. Good gain, 3-4 yards, but the Raptors defense stiffened and stopped the attack before midfield. Now here come the Raptors on their second possession. High back set again in the backfield. Number 30 Sovereign and number 23 Douglas, along with quarterback Bryce Hedrick. Hedrick hands off to Sovereign. Sovereign goes to the right side. He is hit and he spins. Gains more yardage as he gets across the 30. See where the official's going to spot it. I'd give him the 33, and that's where it's going to be. 33-yard line, a gain of 8 on the play, and second down now and 2. There's wide receiver number 80 in our screen, Jason McQueen, as he comes split to the bottom. Hedrick now looks over the defense, snaps the ball back and flips it back. And that's number 10, Damian Brown. Brown is across midfield and into Hawk territory. Now, the Hawks are indicating a fumble, but the referee says no, it's Horizon ball. Damian Brown that time in the backfield in the deep back set, and he took that pitch back from Hedrick, busted it upfield on the left side, and gained a first down for the Raptors. Now just over the midfield stripe at the 49-yard line, 1st and 10 in Horizon territory. And here's a fake pitch. Here's a quick handoff, and the ball goes to number 42, and that's Terrell Cameron. Cameron stacked up just short of the line of scrimmage. Not too much of a hole there as Cameron came to the line. So second down and 11. Tight end here on the left side is number 87, Mark Moon. And now we've got a wide receiver split to the top. Hedrick takes a snap. Now he hands off to number 42, Terrell Cameron. Cameron comes to the 40. He's over the 40-yard line. Cameron on a beautiful carry. What a nice fake that time by Bryce Hedrick. Hedrick faked into the line, influenced the defenders to attacking the line position, and then quickly got the ball back to Terrell Cameron, who scampered up the left side. And Cameron, it looks like, is just shy of a first down by about a yard. About a half a yard, in fact. It's that close. Third down. Hedrick now. Hedrick looks to pass. He passes over the middle. It's complete. Complete to Cameron. Cameron's at the 20. 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Raptors! The Raptors soar as they go to the air for 6 points here early in the first quarter. Oh, boy. I'll tell you what, Bryce Hedrick influenced them that time as he took that snap, faked a handoff, and then stood straight up and flipped that ball to number 42, Terrell Cameron, as he broke from the right side across the middle. And once Cameron got his hands on that ball and brought it in, he was gone for pay dirt. Now, as the Raptors set up for the extra point attempt, they call a timeout. We'll take a timeout. So we're back for the Raptors to attempt the extra point. It'll be number 12, Jason Rogers. Ball's down, it kicks up in the air, it's high, it's long enough, it's good. And so the Raptors here in the first quarter put the first 7 points on the board. Thanks to a long pass play from number 7, Bryce Hedrick, to number 42, Terrell Cameron. And then the extra point by Jason Rogers. And so the Raptors take the lead here in the first quarter, 7-0. Jason Rogers now sets up at the 40-yard line, preparing to kick off. Eaglecrest cheerleaders down in front of us here and just doing a marvelous job of adding some pep and zest to the Eaglecrest effort today. The Raptors in their second game of the season, and well, wouldn't they be happy to come away with a 2-0 start to the 1993 campaign. And Rogers tries to get his foot in the ball, and I think he pulled back there just as he started to kick. The referees blew the whistle, and your guess would be as good as mine as to what we might have wrong here. It may have well been that the referees just were not ready. But normally they mark the ball with the kicker, so this being the second game, the referees might be allowed in there. Five-star stadium up here in Thornton. Boy, I tell you, there's been some great football games played here, and there's been some wonderful soccer games that I've done. In fact, I did the Overland State Championship here a couple years ago. And boy, I tell you what, one thing it is with that AstroTurf is hot. Here this early afternoon game, that sun is beaten down. Now Rogers gets his foot into it, and it's a good kick. It's long, and it's taken at about the 5-yard line. And it's run up the left side by number 8, and that's Keith Grable. He's brought down out there by number 27, Eli Ryder. And Ryder making a good open field tackle to stop Gable from rambling any further up the sidelines. Going to be 1st and 10 for the Hawks. This will be the Hawks' second possession of the day, as the defensive cry goes up from the stands. And now here is a quick handoff up the middle. Oh, what a fine tackle that time by number 3, Trey Miller. Miller was on the initial hit and had cleanup help that time from number 55, Lance Geloff. But Miller with the initial hit. Ball spotted at the 28-yard line. Second down now for the Hawks. At quarterback for the Hawks is number 7, Dean Grable, and number 8, Keith Grable, twin brothers. Grable goes back to pass. He's being pressured by number 77. That's Randy Gorton, and the ball's knocked out of his hands, and I think Eaglecrest has covered it. They have. The cover made by Lance Geloff, number 55, but give credit that time to Randy Gorton as he stripped Grable of the ball and got the possession back for the Eaglecrest Raptors. What a job that time. Randy Gorton, 5'11", 192, a senior. And boy, I'll tell you what, he just tracked Grable down and dropped him in his tracks, but he stripped the ball, more importantly, And so now the Raptors are in Hawk territory, 1st and 10. Ball is spotted at the 37-yard line. And here's Hedrick. Hedrick's back to pass. He looks over the middle, and it's complete. Caught by number 87, Mark Moon. And Moon takes the ball to the 30-yard line. An excellent gain that time. Hedrick again on a nice influence fake as he took the ball from center, rolled back, then rolled to the right flat, looked over the middle, and Moon was breaking from the left side across the middle for a nice completion. It'll be 2nd down and short now for the Raptors. Raptors with the 3-back set. And here's a handoff. That's going to number 10, and that's Damian Brown, and I think Brown's got the 1st down and then some. Let's see where they mark the ball. It is a 1st down. An 11-yard gain that time by Damian Brown. And Brown, a couple of excellent runs here this afternoon. That ball spotted now just over the 10-yard line. And here's a flip back again to Brown. Brown shakes the tackle. Oh, he had broken loose from the clutches of number 46, Martin Matta. And Matta got a hold of Brown's foot and tripped him up. Drops him back at the 12-yard line, it appears. It's going to be 2nd down now. Horizon Hawks with Hedrick at quarterback, a senior. Brown, a junior. Jason Sovereign, a senior, so they've got experience and talent. And here is some movement. Looks like it's going to be against the Hawks, but check it out. We'll check the referee. The penalty is against the Horizon Hawks. And it's going to back them up to the goal line. Offside against Horizon. So it's 1st down now and goal to go for the Raptors. And Hedrick now hands off, going around the right side. That's number 42, Terrell Cameron. Cameron carrying the mail for the Raptors. Takes the ball. No gain on the play. And there is the end of the 1st quarter as the Hawks and the Raptors change ends of the field with the score Eaglecrest 7, Horizon nothing. And we've got a nice crowd here at 5 Star Stadium for Raptor support today. As now the Raptors knocking on the Hawk goal, and here's Hedrick. Hedrick looking to pass out of the left flat, and he's got him in. Oh, just a little short. Number 42, that's Terrell Cameron. Cameron breaking across from the middle, and Hedrick put the ball out nicely, just a little long, but a nice attempt. And so now the Raptors, are we going to set up here for a field goal attempt? And we are. And that'll be number 12, Jason Rogers, with number 7, Bryce Hedrick to hold, and Jason Rogers to attempt the field goal. Snaps back, ball's down, the kick is up, it's a little low. Oh, it hit the post. It hit the facing of the left post and bounced off, so it's no good. So the Raptors come away with no points on the recovery of the fumble, but the turnover does push the Hawks deep in their own territory with their backs against their own goal line. The ball will come out to the 20, and it'll be 1st and 10 for Horizon. See if we can pick up any more defenders out there. Jamie Napke, number 21, one of the defensive backs. Number 44, Travis Noble at one linebacker. Number 33, Greg Cutlip at another linebacker, and we'll continue to pick up those defenders. Now the Hawks hand off as Grable hands off to the right side. Oh, good defensive coverage. Like to see a lot of white shirts and black helmets on that player. Number 44, Travis Noble on the tackle, along with Bo Rogers, number 8. Gain of about 8 yards on the carry, and well, let's check that. That's a gain of about 4 yards on the carry, so it brings up 2nd down and 6. Now Grable looks over the defense, takes the ball, drops straight back, and he passes out into the flat, and it's completed. Caught that time by number 88, Gabe Jimenez, and the tackle made that time by number 3, Trey Miller, and number 44, Travis Noble. But not until the ball's taken to the 35-yard line. It'll be 1st down for the Horizon Hawks. 1st and 10 for Horizon. Got both quarterbacks here in today's contest with number 7. And now we've got flags flying. And it's a dead ball, foul, illegal procedure, or illegal motion against the Hawks. So it's going to back them up back to the 30-yard line. Nose of the ball is just over the 30-yard line. Horizon Hawks are coached by Dominic Catbrow. Had a record last year of 2 wins and 7 losses, a tough year for them. Pitchback now goes to number 22, 23, and he's being tracked down on that far side by number 22, Courtney McHugh. And McHugh knocks him out of bounds, but he gets to the 39-yard line. Good gain on the play, but well short of a 1st down. It'll be 2nd down now, and looks to be like the line to make is the 40-yard line, so he's 2nd down, about 6.5. Now the Hawks come out with wide receivers split top and bottom. Grable hands off, and it goes up the right side. Big gain across the middle, over the midfield stripe and into Raptor territory. Number 33, 32. Chris Seahorn, if that's number 32. I don't have a number 33 on the stop that time, was Craig Cutlip. So the Horizon Hawks get into Raptor territory now at the 46-yard line. Ball spotted directly in front of us. And now Grable hands off straight up the middle once again. Oh, no, what a hit! Oh, what a hit. Give credit to number 33 on the bottom, Craig Cutlip, who really slowed the runner up and turned him to the outside. But I tell you what, Bo Rogers made the stick of the day as he flew out of midair and stopped him for, well, let's see. Where's that ball spotted now? Any gain on the play? Very short gain. Give him about a yard, just over the 45-yard line, 2nd down, and it'll be 2nd and 9. And I'll tell you what, this Eaglecrest defense really shows some teamwork. Now Grable goes straight back to pass. He's being pressured by number 77, Randy Gorton. Gets the ball off, and it's completed to Grable. Grable to Grable, and tackled by number 21, Jamie Kanapke. Kanapke making the tackle at the 35-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Hawks as they move deeper into Raptor territory. Eaglecrest in their white uniforms and black helmets need to stiffen right here, and here's a handoff. Oh, yes. What a tackle on cue. In comes once again that Patriot missile, Bo Rogers, along with help from number 55, Lance Gilleth, and number 3, Trey Miller. Ball spotted at the 34 now. check that. The ball spotted at the 29. Look through these field glasses, and it's not hard to get confused, so my apologies. Still early in the season for the play-by-play guy, too. By the way, my name is Norm Gebhardt, your play-by-play announcer. Happy to be here for Amateur Sports Video. And here's an incomplete pass for Grable. Good coverage that time by Courtney McHugh out in the right flat, and backing him up was number 8, Bo Rogers. On camera for you today, giving you the fan's eye view, is Eric Robinson from Amateur Sports Video. And we're delighted to be able to bring you this contest today from 5 Star Stadium in Thornton. We just wish we had a bigger umbrella here, Eric. I'm going to renegotiate a new contract next year. So here come the Hawks now, and Grable he started back and he hands off up the middle, but he is hit beautifully by number 44, Travis Noble. On the bottom, number 54, that's Jasper Armstrong, along with number 33, Craig Cutlip. 2 yards gain on the play, and now let's see, we've got a timeout, and it's going to be called by Horizon. So timeout by Horizon as they stop the clock, and the score here at 5 Star Stadium is Eaglecrest 7 and Hawks nothing. Grable hands off, and it goes to the right side. Tackle made that time by number 77, Randy Gorton. And Randy, with help from number 55, Lance Gilloff. I think that's about the 30th time we've called Lance's name. They stop the Hawks on a 4th down attempt. And the Eaglecrest offense will take the field. So Horizon electing to go for the first down as opposed to punting, or not punting, but attempting a field goal. Apparently does not have a kicking game this year. Turn the ball back over to the Raptors, and now Hedrick, hands off, coming up the right side, shaking tackles. It's number 42, and that's Terrell Cameron. Cameron comes just shy of the 30-yard line. A nice gain that time of about 5 yards. Boy, Cameron really spins through those tackles and getting some good work on that right side. My apologies to his offensive lineman. I'm going to pick you up yet, guys. And here's a pitch back from Hedrick. Going back now to number 10, and that's Damian Brown, and Brown continues to grind it out. He's got 3 Hawks at his feet, and he's still standing. He's got a first down. Damian Brown just ripping up that left side. So our backfield now is, of course, number 7, Bryce Hedrick at quarterback. Number 10, Damian Brown. Tight end on the right side is number 87, Mark Moon. And we've got a wide receiver split to the top. The other running back is number 30, Jason Sovereign. Here's a pitch back to Brown. Brown shakes and bakes. He comes across the 40. He's over the 45. He's close to midfield. Let's check where he stepped out of bounds. I think he made it over the midfield stripe, and he did for a first down. Jason Brown gets a good pat on the back that time from Jason Sovereign, who threw a great block out there. 14 yards on the carry that time by Damian Brown. And the Raptors once again are in Hawk territory now as they break the midfield stripe. Oh, and here's a handoff and a stack up. Hawks came on a blitz that time, and boy, they loaded up on this inside. Terrell Cameron took the handoff and actually lost yardage because he had no chance to gain any. He just got dropped in his tracks, and the ball's going to be spotted back at the Eaglecrest 48-yard line. Eaglecrest, of course, playing in the Continental Metro Conference with Aurora Central, Hinckley, Littleton, and Regis. So they've got a solid 5A schedule facing them yet. And here now, Hedrick fakes the pitch off, looks to pass. He's being pressured. Gets the pass up over the middle. It's intercepted at the 45, the 50, the 45, the 40. Down to the 35-yard line. And let's check. The ball came loose. Ball came loose, and Eaglecrest covered, but the referee said no, down by contact. And it was Bryce Hedrick on the stop that time. It looked to me like that was number 83, Garrett Haig, on the interception. And just like that, the Hawks get themselves back in this contest. Eaglecrest up 7-0 here in the second quarter. But now Horizon with the ball spotted at the 36-yard line, 1st and 10 in Raptor territory. Grable now takes the ball and hands off, and whoa! Talk about a defense stiffening. Check those numbers, and that's the Patriot missile, number 8. That's Bo Rogers, along with number 54, Jasper Armstrong, and a host of help from those white shirts. Good defense that time. This is a gain of just about a yard. It'll bring up 2nd down and 9 for the Hawks. And the Raptors, I think, are mad. Wide receiver split to the bottom now. I-back set, man in a slot on the top. And here's a fake from Grable. Grable's going to look to pass. He's being pressured by number 54 and dropped. Oh, what a tackle by Jasper Armstrong. Also in on their coverage, give credit to number 68. That's Al Fracola. And who else did we miss there? Number 31, I believe that was Kerry Phillips. Oh, my gosh, I want to tell you, Jasper Armstrong, 6'1", 185-pound sophomore. He just blew right down Grable's back and dropped him for a big loss back into Hawk territory. And that ball at the present time is spotted at the 48, but we've got an official talking to the Eaglecrest captains. We may have another infraction to be marked off here now. No indication as yet from the referee, so we'll watch the officials. There's a block below the knees, and the penalty has been declined. So that forces a 3rd down and, let's see, about a half a gazillion yards, I think it is, as memory serves me. I think the line to make was the 25, and so I would make this about 28 yards, I think. 3rd and 28. Well, 3rd and a bunch. And the cry of defense goes up from the Eaglecrest fans. Now an pro set in the backfield. Wide receiver split top and bottom, but here's a handoff going to the right side. Slips tackles. He's over the 40. He's to the 40. And the Hawks make good yardage as Grable carried that time. Tackle made by number 77, Randy Gorton, and number 44, Travis Noble. Gain of 12 on the play, but not enough for a 1st down, and so it's going to force the Hawks into punt formation. Setting up the punt in their own territory. Kick at the midfield stripe, and it's going back to the goal line, and they'll go in the end zone. Will be brought out 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line for the Eaglecrest Raptors. Well, just when they needed it the most, Eaglecrest defense really stiffened that time and dropped the Hawks for a big, big loss that put them in jeopardy and forced a punt formation. So Eaglecrest now with another possession from their 20, 80 yards from the goal line, come with a wide receiver split to the bottom. That's number 81, Bob Rosenau. And here is a handoff from Hedrick, and it's going to go up the left side for a very short gain. Ball carrier that time was number 23, Blaine Douglas. And Douglas gains 1 yard on the play. 2nd down and 9. Now Jason McQueen comes wide to the bottom. And Hedrick looks to pass. He's looking up this left side and just a little low. Looked like it was intended that time for number 80, Jason McQueen. but it falls incomplete and stops the clock here in the second quarter. Brings up 3rd down and 9. Now bringing into play is Bob Rosano, number 81. Backfield right now is number 42, Terrell Cameron, number 10, Damian Brown, and number 23, Blaine Douglas. And here's Hedrick. Hedrick hands off to Terrell Cameron. Cameron goes to the left side, and he's going to have a couple on the play, but it's going to be short of the 1st down, and it's going to put the Raptors in punt formation. Raptors break the huddle now. Set up to punt, and back to do the punting will be number 10, Damian Brown. Brown gets a good snap, gets a kick off. It's a nice kick. Sails to the 42-yard line, taken by Grable. Grable's being chased down. He's hit at the 48. Oh yes, good coverage that time. Give credit to number 85, that's Chris Wells, and number 78, Matt Conti. And help from Terrell Cameron that time also, number 42. So good job by the Raptors on covering that punt return. It was only a 6-yard punt return, and the ball spotted just over the 48-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Hawks in their own territory. Clock runs here late in the second quarter. Eaglecrest leads 7-0. And now Grable goes back to pass out in the right flat, and it's on the fingertips and incomplete. Stops the clock. Good coverage that time by Jamie Konopke. Jamie right on top, the intended receiver, number 88, Gabe Jimenez. Raptor cheerleaders continue their efforts to keep. Oh, and here's a fumble. The ball is loose. We got the glasses on them, but I think the Hawks covered. They did. Boy, they were lucky on that one. It looked like that time that Grable pulled out a little early, or the center snapped a little late. If you're the center, it's the quarterback's fault. If you're the quarterback, it's the center's fault. Not sure from here what happened, but they misconnected, and the ball flopped around on the field for a minute, and then both teams went after it, but the Hawks covered. And we've got a penalty called against Horizon, but it's been declined by Eaglecrest, and that's going to force that's a down, so that would force them into 3rd down. And the Hawks now looking for some kind of an offense. Hawks with only about one good drive here so far today, and really trying to get on track. Looking at the roster, they have got one of the biggest players in the state of Colorado, Jeremy McKinney, number 75. He's not hard to spot. Just look for the tallest kid out there. He's 6'6", 272 pounds. And looking at a preseason listing, Jeremy was listed at 260, so that boy ate a few mashed potatoes this summer. Here's Grable, back to pass. He's being pressured now. Great pressure this time by Jasper Armstrong, and the pass is off and complete to number 86, Dwayne Montoya, and the hit out of bounds made by Bo Rogers, number 8, for the Raptors. Rogers has played a super first half here on defense today. And just like that, here is Jasper Armstrong pressuring Grable. Looks like he may have him trapped for a big loss, and Grable, was showing quite an arm, gets one off and puts the Hawks deep into Raptor territory. Ball spotted now at the 39-yard line of the Raptors. Single back set, and here is a quick handoff up the middle, and Horizon covering that one well. Lots of numbers here. Craig Cutlip, number 33. Number 8, of course, Bo Rogers, seems like he's on every play. and number 44, Travis Noble. Into about 2 yards on that carry, and now Grable goes back to pass again. He goes up the right side. He's got a man open. It's his twin brother. Grable to Grable connection, and it is complete at the 8-yard line, where it's going to be 1st and goal for the Horizon Hawks. And while Horizon, just not but about a minute ago, looked like they were sort of stumbling and fumbling, all of a sudden, Grable with that arm puts them in 3 plays down inside the 10-yard line of Eaglecrest. They're knocking on the door and looking for the score right here. Timeout called by Hawks to give themselves a chance to recoup here and hold that clock. As our camera pans on those young ladies from the Eaglecrest cheer squad. Well, never fails, you know. If you say that somebody can't shoot a basket, all of a sudden they'll hit a 3-pointer from mid-court. And I guess I put the hex on Eaglecrest here for the moment because just today Scott got done saying that the Hawks hadn't put their offense together. Here they come. Now Grable, hands off, going up the right side. Oh, what a big hit. And that ball's loose, I think. No. Big tackle that time made by number 21, Jamie Konapke, and number 8, Bo Rogers. And that ball now is inside the 5, I believe. Looks like it's at the 3-yard line, and it's going to be 2nd and goal from the 3. And boy, I'll tell you what, the Hawks can smell blood here. Now, Grable goes back. He rolls out to his left side. He flips it out in the corner, and it is caught. Touchdown. Horizon puts 6 points on the board. Now we'll attempt the extra point. Grable to Grable on that pass play, and that happened on 2 out of those 3 pass plays. That kick is up from number 52, Kyle Green, and the kick is good. And the score now, as we near the end of the first half, is Eaglecrest 7 and Horizon 7. Well, the Eaglecrest defense comes off the field. Certainly, I don't believe that the coaching, their tongues are hanging out a bit because of this hot weather. But, you know, this wasn't so much a case of anything broke down with the defense. It was just a couple of 3, in fact, very beautiful passes by the quarterback, Dean Grable. And Grable connected on each one of those, pinpoint accuracy. And coupled with one short run, took the Horizon Hawks from their own 48-yard line into the end zone for 7 points. So we got a new game. Back to receive, number 42, Terrell Cameron on the bottom side, and on the top side, of course, is number 10, Damian Brown, and they're set up back at their own 5-yard line. Here's the kick, and it's a squib kick, and it's going to be covered by number 81, and that's Bob Rosano. And Rosano brings the ball forward over the 20-yard line. I think he's up to the 25, in fact, on the squib kick, as the Hawks did not want to put that ball in those speedy receivers' hands. Horizon breaks the huddle now. Bryce Hedrick looks over the defense, settles under, takes the snap, drops back, looks to pass, flips it out of the left flat, and it is completed. The ball thrown to and caught by Terrell Cameron. And Cameron gets out of bounds to stop the clock. He's up over the 30-yard line. Check the spot here now. I think it's going to be the 32. And Cameron just short of a first down. So it's a gain. In fact, the ball is spotted at the 33. It's going to be a gain of 7. Oh, and the ball's loose on the ground. Bryce Hedrick falls on it. Oh, no, it's picked up by the Hawks. Horizon picks the ball up. Brent Alshaus picked it up, and number 76, Demetrius Stripes, makes the tackle just as he does the gun sounds, and it ends the half with the score, Eaglecrest 7, Horizon Hawks 7. We'll take time out here for halftime now from Five Star Stadium in Thornton, Colorado. This is Amateur Sports Video. So we're back at Five Star Stadium in Thornton, Colorado, and as you see from the scoreboard, the score is 7-7, and we've got a whole new ball game here going in the second half. Quite a first half. Clearly, I don't have any stats available to me at the moment. I apologize for that, but the fact is that the Eaglecrest Raptors offense and defense dominated this contest for all but about the last minute and a half. And in the last minute and a half, it really wasn't a case of a breakdown so much on the defense as it was just some outstanding passing by Grable of the Horizon Hawks. Dean Grable is a sophomore, 6 foot, 184-pounder quarterback, and his brother, wide receiver and defensive back, Keith Grable, also a sophomore, 6'1", 183. Sounds like twins, only an inch and a pound difference. Just teamed up and did a fantastic job as they took the Hawks right in the last minute and a half from their own territory at the 48 and just drove straight downfield and went in for 7 points. There's that number 75, folks, if you look at your screen on the left side, just about ready to put his head on. I tell you what, if there's a bigger guy in the state of Colorado, I want to see him. 6'6", 272, and you got to bet that every recruiter in the United States is taking a look at him. They've got some big guys on the offensive line and defensive line. Young man Seth Riporgo, number 51, he's 5'11", 265. They've got another kid, 6'1", 254. That's number 67, Blaine Silota. And a couple others, another one at 5'11", 242, Dave Nelson, number 94. So Horizon. And the Raptors now huddle up, gather their momentum, and get ready to take the field to start the second half. No question that Eaglecrest showed their defensive speed, both from a defensive backfield standpoint, linebacker standpoint, and the defensive line. And, of course, they showed their speed on the offensive side at the running back position as Damian Brown had some fine runs. Terrell Cameron, number 42, had a couple of fine runs, and Jason Sovereign turned up a few. So there's some ability here, and we got to bet that the Eaglecrest staff has had the opportunity here at halftime to make some adjustments. Coach Ron Peterson and his staff making those fine-tune adjustments. Well, we're about ready to kick off here to start the second half. Ball's teed up at the 40 and foot into the ball. Ball is taken at the 15-yard line and brought out to over the 20. And I believe he's out over to the 30-yard line. It is. The 31-yard line will be the spot of the mark, and Horizon will take over 1st and 10 from their own 31. Defense for the Raptors, check that out, looks basically the same. Coming toward our camera now, number 22, that's Courtney McHugh. McHugh in motion now with a man. Now McHugh turns the runner upfield, and what a stick that time. A good hit made by number 55, Lance Gilloff. Lance on the bottom of that tackle is a busy guy. 6'2", 213 senior. Lance had a great first half. Travis Noble, number 44, calls the defensive signals and sets his defense now. Number 77, Randy Gorton, at the left tackle position. And looks like we got some movement now. Which side we've got it, let's wait and see, because that could be the offense influencing the defense. And it's encroachment against the Raptors, so that's going to back them up 5 yards. Number 31 on that inside nose guard position is Kerry Phillips, 5'11", 185-pound defensive tackle, senior. Outside defensive end is number 54, Jasper Armstrong. Dean Grable barks out the signals, hands off, goes up the left side, comes to the, look like 45-yard line. Good stop that time. On the bottom by number 68, Al Fracola, and number 8, Bo Rogers. But not until the Hawks get a first down. It's 1st and 10 at the Horizon 47-yard line now. Ball spotted directly in front of our camera position now, and Grable takes the snap and hands off, goes up the middle, stacked up at the midfield line. Lots of white shirts. Lance Gilloth on the bottom. Number 77, Randy Gorton, along with number 68, Al Fracola. Gain is just over the midfield stripe into Raptor territory at the 49-yard line. It's going to be 2nd down. Second down and 6, and Grable hands off up the middle, and he goes nowhere. No place. Lance Gilloth on the backside, but on the bottom, give credit that time to Travis Noble, 44. I mean, he shot straight in and zeroed in on that ball carrier. As he took the handoff, he backed them up and stacked them up. And that's going to force 3rd down. As no gain on the play, ball spotted at the 49-yard line, so it makes it 3rd down and 6. Wide receivers now split to the top and bottom, 2-back set for the Hawks. Now Grable drops back to pass. He gets some pressure. He's got the heat on him. He scrambles out to the left side, flips the ball outside, and it's at the 40-yard line. At the midfield stripe. And that is number 44, Travis Noble, along with number 54, Jasper Armstrong, who make the stop at midfield. Now the officials back it up, and they put the ball just on the Horizon side of the midfield mark, and that's a 4th down situation. Hawks back to punt now. Kick is off, and it's high, it's long, and it goes deep, and it is to number 21, Jamie Kanapke, and Jamie comes to the 20-yard line, and the ball will be spotted on the 20. 1st and 10 for the Horizon offense, for the Eaglecrest offense, as the Raptors now take the field. Good shot of number 21, Jamie Kanapke. Jamie, a 5'7", 170-pound defensive back senior. 1st and 10 now as the Hawks begin their march, 80 yards from the goal line, and they come with a wide receiver split to the bottom. I-back set with a slot back. Here's a pitch back, this time to Damian Brown, and Brown shakes through a tackle. He's at the 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. He's gone. 40, 30, 10, 5. Touchdown. Wow! Damian Brown all the way. 80 yards up in one play and puts the Hawks out front. Oh, brother. Damian Brown took that handoff, punched into the left side of the line, took a hit, spun out, and then spun to the left side. Broke around the outside defender, and off to the races he was as he went into the clear. Damian was open at the 40-yard line, and it was no contest. Beautiful run. Attempt for the extra point now. And the kick is high. It's up, and it's good. And the extra point made by Jason Rogers, with Bryce Hedrick doing the holding, tacks the 7th point on for a 14-7 lead for the Raptors over the Horizon Hawks. So in the third quarter, Horizon comes out now in their first possession and takes control. And we talked about adjustments being made by Coach Peterson's staff at halftime. Boy, they must have found the magic elixir as they turned Damian Brown loose for an 80-yard touchdown. Here's a foot into the ball, and the kickoff goes to the 3-yard line. He's at the 10, at the 15. That's Grable. He's being trapped back in the backfield. And we got a wonderful shot as Trey Miller makes the stop. Keith Grable on the carry, and Trey Miller comes up and makes the hit. Grable looked like he was going to take off to the left side of the field, and he cut back across the middle to have Trey Miller just tear him down right there. 1st and 10 now for the Horizon Hawks, and boy, you can feel momentum. Oh, Mr. Moe has put on a white shirt and a black hat for this third period. And here's a quick handoff up the middle, and white shirts everywhere. Get as many numbers as we can. We know sometimes we miss them. 33 on the top, Craig Cutlip. And we may have a Raptor down there. I don't know for sure who it is. 55 on the bottom of that tackle is Lance Geloff, of course. And the man down is Bo Rogers, number 8. Let's hope Bo's all right. He's had a big day. And Bo Rogers, thank heavens, comes off under his own power. Good to see that. We're glad that, he may have had the wind knocked out of him, because there was quite a mass of young men there piled up on each other. 2nd down now and long. And here's a handoff going around the left side. He cracks through a couple tackles. And it's Trey Miller, number 3, to put the stop on him, along with number 21, Jamie Kanapke. But not until he comes forward for a 1st down. And good news, here comes Bo Rogers, number 8, back in the game. Nothing against Quincy Mitchell, who's coming out, but we're just glad to see Bo healthy. So 1st and 10 for the Horizon Hawks, and Horizon trying to get something mounted here. And boy, at the end of the second quarter, we saw that they can get it done. Look at the size of those linemen out there. Horizon now with a wide receiver to the top and bottom. And here's a quick handoff again. Oh! I'll tell you what, I got it spotted, Eric. That was number 33, Craig Cutlip. And Craig just put the hit on him at the bottom. Bo Rogers came in and finished off on the top. 3 yards gained on the play, but excellent defense to contain that man. He looked like he was going to break loose for a big gain as he busted through the initial defensive line. Again, wide receivers top and bottom, and here's an eye set, and here's a quick handoff to number 10, and he's gone up the left side. He's at the 40, the 30. He slips one tackle, 10-5, and he's in the end zone for a touchdown. Horizon, just like that, comes back and answers the call. Check now to see if there was a flag. No flag. It is a touchdown. That's Brent Allshouse. And Allshouse took it 72 yards, I believe it was, for a touchdown. 63-yard run now, they say, for the press box, and we'll take that. They've got a bigger statistician crew up there than we've got, so we'll deal with that. Number 7 to do the holding is Dean Grable, and that's number 52, Kyle Green, to do the extra point. The kick is high, it's up, it's good. And so here in the third quarter, the score now, Eaglecrest 14 and Horizon 14. So the Raptors, who turned it up more than a couple notches, went 80 yards in one play. Horizon answers 80 yards in, well, about 70 yards or so. in 3 plays, and we're all knotted up here, 14-14. Of course, we mentioned Horizon ranked number 9 in Class 6A, and that's some lofty company. When you've got a team with a 0-1 record in number 10, of course, that's Montbello, who got beat by Mullen. Wide field above them, North Glen, Arvada West, Fort Collins, Boulder, Mullen, Overland number 2, and Pomona number 1. And Pomona got knocked off, by the way, last night at Cherry Creek. Overland will play this afternoon. But Horizon, absolutely no slouch in Class 6A, and Eaglecrest giving them everything they asked for. Here's the kickoff now, and it's a low kick, and it's going to bounce once again. It's going to go in the end zone. And Terrell Cameron that time took a look at it, thought about fielding it at around the 10 or so, and wisely probably let it go in the end zone. That ball had an end-over-end spin bounce to it, and it was going to be tough to handle, so Terrell probably making a good decision. Allows the ball to be brought out to the 20-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 for the Raptors. Number 7 now coming into view. Bryce Hedrick at quarterback has gone all the way. Backfield. Well, looks like number 10, Damian Brown, at the deep setback, fullback position. And here now is Hedrick keeping. Hedrick's going to keep the ball, and he runs. He's over the 20. He's over the... Oh, he was at the 24-yard line. One of the Hawk defenders got blocked out, stood up and started running upfield. Looked like he was going to block for Bryce. And all of a sudden, another defender came from nowhere and knocked Bryce down at the 24. So a gain of 4 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 6. And a nice play by Hedrick that time. Looked like he wanted to pass. Saw the receivers were covered, pulled it down, and took off up the left side of the field. Hedrick now checks the defense, barks out the signals, takes the snap, and hands off, this time to Terrell Cameron. Cameron is at the 25 and is dropped by number 47, Bobby Vargas. Vargas in on the tackle, as it looked Terrell Cameron was going to pick up some yardage that time, and as he came to the right side of the line, met that Hawk defense head on. Wide receiver split to the bottom now. Hedrick drops straight back to pass, fires over the middle, and it's incomplete. Pass was intended that time for number 87, Mark Moon. Moon had his hands on it, but he got hit by about 3 purple shirts and sandwiched out there. So that's going to put the Eaglecrest Raptors in a 4th down situation. And we're going to guess right, we do. Number 10, Damian Brown, will go back to do the punting. Line of scrimmage is the 25-yard line, and the snaps back. Kick is off, and it's a good kick, end over end, and it hits, and it takes a Raptor bounce, and it goes out of bounds at the 42-yard line. Hit at the 46, bounced in the air, and went out of bounds at the 42. So the Horizon Hawks will take over once again at the their own 42-yard line, and 32 yards on the punt that time for Damian Brown. And now the Raptor defense called on once again to shut down this Hawk offense. Dean Grable now, hands off up the middle, and boy, shut down they do at the line of scrimmage. Well, maybe give him a yard. That's Lance Gilloff. Got help in there from number 77, Randy Gordon. Gain of about, well, they give him 2 yards. 1.5 yards, and we'll call it 2. Brings up 2nd down and 8. Ball just spotted over the 48-yard line, and I'll tell you, as we get deeper into this second half, the sun has not lessened up. It is hotter, if anything. Now, Grable hands off this time to his back, who goes to the left side, and he gets across the midfield stripe, and he is dropped. Number 3, Trey Miller on the bottom. Lance Gilloff, 55, and way at the bottom of the stack, Well, that was number 3, and I thought I saw Trey Miller run there. Short of the first down, it's going to be 3rd down. I make it about 3rd down and 4 with the ball spotted. I thought they were across midfield. My mistake. Those 5 stars throw me. I forget which side the stars are on. Just shy. They're at their own 48. Here's a pitch back now to the left side. He crossed midfield now, and he's got the first down and then some as he's knocked out of bounds at the 41-yard line. Over there to make the stick is Lance Gilloff, 55, and number 51, Kevin Widmer. Now coming into the game, giving Trey Miller a break as he comes out is number 5. And I got to apologize to number 5. You're not on my roster. He goes to the far side as a defender, but I do not have a number 5 on my roster, so I apologize to you, young man. Here's a pitch out as he comes to the right side, and a good hit that time by number 85, Chris Wells. Wells put the initial stop on him, and I think we've got an injured Raptor on the field. I am not sure of that number, so I'm not going to say anything until we are. It looked to me like he got pinched on the bottom of the tackle. Wells made the initial hit the other side of the 35-yard line, and then as he crossed the 35, he was hit by 2 Raptors, and so the player coming off the field is number 22, Courtney McHugh, and I couldn't be sure if that was 22 or 23, so I didn't want to say anything, but looks like Courtney is hurting a little bit, but he's off in his own power. That's a good sign, and we'll hope for his early return. Well, now the Hawks come to the line of scrimmage, and they're moving. Here is Grable handing off up the middle. Good open, clean tackle made by number 8, Bo Rogers that time, but the runner gets across. He's across the 35-yard line. Give him 2nd down and short. Grable looks over the defense. Takes a snap. Looks to pass. Puts the ball up on a high toss out in the left flat. And it's incomplete. Excellent coverage that time by number 3, Trey Miller. And the intended receiver was Dwayne Montoya, number 86, out there in the flat. That's going to bring up 3rd down now, I believe. 4th down and 1. 4th down and a yard to go. So the Hawks, figuring they could gamble on the 3rd down and short, going to stake themselves now on picking up that yard. Raptors want to stop them right here. And Grable hands off. Oh, what a smack. No first down. Eaglecrest football. Oh, what a tackle. Give number 77, Randy Gorton, credit on that one. Number 3, Trey Miller. Number 51, Kevin Widmer on the bottom of the stack. And 21, Jamie Kanapke. I'll tell you, you had about half of the Eaglecrest defense all in there to make that stop. That was a big play right there. Eaglecrest offense comes out now, takes over 1st and 10 with the ball spotted squarely on the 30-yard line in their own territory. Here's a handoff coming to Cameron. Cameron now, he's loose. He's across the 40. Oh, and he goes out of bounds, and he goes right to the bench, but I thought he had an ankle. Well, it looks like he's all right. I tell you, these kids heal fast. Terrell Cameron on a wonderful carry up the left side. Good for a 1st down for the Raptors. Boy, did he pick up yardage as he took the ball across the midfield stripe, and it's 1st and 10 for Eaglecrest at the 46-yard line of Horizon. Here's a handoff and a fumble, and the ball is covered by Horizon. Handoff just went off the hip that time, and number 83, Garrett Haig, made the recovery at the 46-yard line. Well, just when Eaglecrest looked like they were rolling, they turned the ball back to the Hawks to give them another chance, and the defense comes out on the field once again. Tell you what, to any parent that wants to be a little critical of that play, let me just tell you, if you and I went out there in this temperature, folks, we'd have fumbled a lot more than that. So the turnover goes to the Hawks, and now Grable hands off to the left side. Good stick that time by number 8, Bo Rogers. Number 44, Travis Noble, and number 68, El Fracola, all in on that tackle. But the Hawks get into Eaglecrest territory at the 49-yard line. Second down now and 7. We're here in the third quarter at Five Star Stadium in Thornton. Amateur Sports Video brings you this contest today. Score 14-14, and here is, I see flags though, as the ball was snapped, and here's a tackle, I should say, back in the Hawk territory, but hold everything, as this one is apparently going to be against Horizon. It is. Illegal procedure called against Horizon, and so that's going to back them up, and now you can see at midfield one or two hats coming off from the Eaglecrest guys. It's hot. Penalty is declined. Instead, Eaglecrest will take the loss of yardage in the down, and that's going to back up the Hawks to 3rd down and 10, back in their own original line of scrimmage. So Eaglecrest with a good play that time and not quitting on the flag, finishing the play out. A good heads-up play puts the Hawks back in their own territory. You know the Eaglecrest defense wants to get this ball back, and now the clock is just about to expire, and there goes the horn to end the third quarter. The score here at Five Star Stadium is Eaglecrest 14 and Horizon 14. So here we go as we change ends now from their own 49, Horizon. 3rd down and 10, and back to pass is Grable. Grable looks out into the right flat, and he's got a man, and he is hit and stuck by Jamie Kanapke. Oh boy, what a hit. Incomplete, and that forces a 4th down situation. Jamie came up and hit him at the 40-yard line, 35-yard line actually, and just jarred that ball loose. Perfect timing. So back to punt will go Horizon, and now Horizon calls a timeout. And I think, I see now, okay, Horizon did not have their kick team set up on the field, and so they didn't have a choice. They needed to get timeout. Well, Coach Ron Peterson has done a fine job here at Eaglecrest High School with his staff, and these Eaglecrest Raptors look like they're ready to play. This may be early in the season's second game, but aside from just a couple of mistakes, we've had an excellent first half and actually first 3 quarters of football. Good crowd, good support from these Eaglecrest fans. Eaglecrest, a new high school in the Cherry Creek school system, working their way up soon to be 6A, I'm sure, within a couple of years. And the snap is back, and we got another flag, and now all of a sudden the football game has turned into flag day here. So let's check this out. As the referee says dead ball foul, illegal procedure against Horizon, and Horizon's going backwards. They're now back to their own 44-yard line. So that makes it 4th down and 15 to go. Horizon sets up once again to punt. Snap is back. It's a good snap. Kicks high. It's back to That's Jamie Kanapke. And Jamie comes forward. I believe he is, well, let me check this out here. Jamie, nice return. Looked like about 10 or... Looked like about 10 or 12 yards, and he brings the ball across the 30-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Eaglecrest Raptors. Bryce Hedrick at quarterback. Sets down under center now. Takes the snap. Drops straight back. He looks to pass. Now we got a flag in the backfield. And Hedrick drops the ball. But Eaglecrest covers. And hold everything. We got to sort this one out. As on the coverage was Damian Brown covering the ball laying in the ground. Bryce Hedrick got stripped that time as he was pressured. Well, it looks like the penalty is going to be called against Eaglecrest. And the penalty is declined. Penalty is declined as the Horizon Hawks take the loss. So it's going to be 2nd down and long. And now Hedrick looks to pass. Looks upfield. He's out in the left flat. Oh! Had his man open, and like a shot, number 21, Todd Rupp, came in there and almost intercepted that pass. But for Eaglecrest, broke it up, stopped the clock. And so that's going to force a 3rd and long for the Raptors. Here comes number 81, Bob Rosenau, with the play. Jason McQueen coming out, number 80. Left guard position is number 59, and would you know, I don't have that number on the roster either. Here's a pass by Hedrick now. Oh, intended out there for Rob Rosenau, and Rob got smacked just as the pass got there by a Horizon defender. So that stops the clock once again and forces Eaglecrest, and now Eaglecrest with another player down on the turf. We're going to check this out, but it's going to stop the clock here in the 4th quarter, and the score, Eaglecrest 14 and Horizon 14. And it appears that it is Bryce Hedrick down on the field, number 7 quarterback. And let's hope Bryce is all right. It looks like his helmet is off. Trainers are working over him at the moment, and there's that number 75, folks, once again. And Bryce now rolls over, and I did not follow what happened at the point of the pass, but it's safe to presume that he was really vulnerable as he was up with that right arm firing the ball, and the odds are pretty good he may have gotten the wind knocked out of him. Down on the sidelines now, we've got number 18, Rob Pinterick. Rob, a sophomore, 6'1", 160, and he's taken a few snaps. And now, aren't we glad? Yeah, Bryce Hedrick is up, and he's got his helmet in his hand. He's under his own power, and so whatever it was, it looks like he's going to be able to shake it off. Of course, high school rules require that if you stop play on an injury, that the player come out for at least one play, and we're glad to see that Bryce is going to be all right. So back in punt formation is Damian Brown, and Damian in the shadow of his own goal line. Gets a good snap. Kick gets off. Oh, what a beautiful punt. That one is a high punt. Good hang time. Takes a bounce, and it's a Eaglecrest bounce at the 45-yard line and going to be down at the Eaglecrest 44. But that was a heck of a punt. So the Horizon Hawks will take over here in the 4th quarter now. Good hang time that time by Damian Brown to allow the coverage for his kick team to get down there. First and 10 for the Hawks. Here's a quick handoff up the left side. And number 68 in there. Al Fracola along with Kevin Widmer, number 51, in on the tackle. Defensive front, of course, number 54, Jasper Armstrong. Well, just about the time I thought I had them, folks, they all stood sideways. I've got a rule of thumb doing play-by-play for high school football. Anytime you want to call a kid's number, he will turn sideways, and you may not see his number. We'll pick up that defensive line after this series. Here's a quick handoff by Graber, and is he drilled. Great hit that time by Trey Miller, number 3, and Travis Noble, number 44. It's going to force Horizon into a third down situation. Ball is spotted just over the 40-yard line. And here's Grable back. He hands off up the middle. I think he's going to be short of the first down. Tackle made that time by number 51, Kevin Widmer, and number 77, Randy Gorton, but it's a first down. So the Hawks drive on the Eaglecrest defense now here in the fourth quarter. Number 68, Al Fracola, of course, up that nose guard position in the middle. And here is a quick handoff by Grable, and what a good tackle. On the bottom of the stack that time, I'm going to get him, and that is Al Fracola. Nice job, Al. 3 yards on the carry, but a good ankle tackle that time to stop the runner. Eaglecrest defense now with their work cut out for them. They need to get possession of this ball, keep the Horizon Hawks out of the end zone, and give the ball back to their offense. Hawks come to the line now. Dean Grable looks over the defense, sets down under center, takes the snap, and keeps, comes around the left side. He shakes one tackle, gets knocked out of bounds. And that's number 21, Jamie Kanapke, along with number 44, Travis Noble. And boy, Travis has played a game. Consistent hitter out there. It seems like every play you could call his number. Really got a nose for the ball. Number 31, Kerry Phillips over there on the left tackle position on that front defensive line. And here's Grable. Grable hands off. Oh, what a quick hit back there by number 44, Travis Noble. And we got a little scuffle going on the bottom of the stack is Bo Rogers. Number 23, Steve Norton, a little upset, and number 83, Garrett Haig, just trying to calm him down, saying, hey, take it easy, big guy. I'll tell you, it's amazing, and now we've got a timeout called. It's amazing we haven't had more breaks. So Horizon sets up to attempt a field goal. The kick is up, and it's low, and it hits the facing of the goalpost. Kick attempted by Kyle Green, and it's no good. And so on the fourth down, field goal attempt, since the ball went into the end zone, the ball will come out first and 10 at the 20, and the Eaglecrest Raptors take possession 80 yards away. To start the second half, of course, Eaglecrest going in the opposite direction had the ball at their own 20 and needed just one play to go 80 yards as Damian Brown took the mail And here goes Brown. Brown looks. He's over the 20, 25, 30. He's over the 35. He's breaking tackles. He's still shaking. He's over midfield. He's chasing down a referee now. He's at the 30. He's at the 20, 10, 5. Touchdown! Damian Brown! 2 carries, 160 yards. You don't need a statistician, folks, to figure that out. That young man can really haul the mail. I'll tell you what, I wish I had the benefit of replay because I was so busy watching Brown. He had a cordon of blockers around him. He actually had to work his way out of the pack at about the 40-yard line. Then he had a referee in front of him. He had to shake loose of that guy. So I guess you could say Damian broke loose from about 14 or 15 people. Here's the extra point attempt now. Hedrick to hold. And it's going to be a 2-point try. Hedrick shakes loose. He's being pressured. He's got that big guy on his back. And Hedrick goes out of bounds. He gets hit out of bounds. Let me say, I don't know Bryce Hedrick personally, but Bryce, I'm speaking to you when I say discretion, young man, is a better part of valor. Always come back to play another day. That guy's too big to have him bring you down from behind. Well, the extra point attempt goes awry, but the Raptors take the lead here in the fourth quarter, 20-14, on Damian Brown's second 80-yard touchdown. And I'll tell you what, some guys have a career out of 80 yards rushing for a whole season. This young guy has got 2 back-to-back 80-yard touchdowns. That is absolutely incredible. Setting up to kick off now, number 12, Jason Rogers. Jason tees it up on his point at the 40-yard line, and he'd sure like to put this one in the end zone. Gets his leg into it. It's high. It's long. And it goes at the 3. It's taken by Grable. He's over the 15. And he's just over the 15. He is dropped. Keith Grable is dropped by number 58, Alex Congdon. Great tackle there in the open field by Alex. Help from number 53, Chris Voigt. So the Raptor kick team does its job and keeps the Horizon Hawks deep in their own territory, as the Hawks will start from their 16-yard line. Keith Grable now. Dean Grable hands off up the right side, and a big hit that time by number 21, Jamie Kanapke, right at the ankles. Help that time from Randy Gorton, 77, and number 51, Kevin Widmer. Tell you what, this Eaglecrest defense is going to be something to behold as the season goes on, because if they can play a 6A team like Horizon this tough early in the season, these young guys are just going to get better as time goes on this season. Now Grable looks over the defense, takes the ball, and hands off straight up the middle. Well, actually up the right side. Stop made by 31, Kerry Phillips. And number 8, Bo Rogers. And we've got a Horizon injury down on the field. So we've got a stoppage of play here in the fourth quarter with the score Eaglecrest 20 and Horizon 14. We're at Five Star Stadium in Thornton, Colorado. Amateur Sports Video, happy to bring you today's contest. For the best in sports video, look to Amateur Sports Video for your memories. Don't forget, these are memories that'll last a lifetime. Pan down to the Horizon Hawk bench. And look at there, we caught you, number 90, or number 80. That's Jason McQueen. Now, Jason, I'm sure you're checking out the details of what time the pizza party is with the cheerleaders right after the game, right? Well, you don't have to answer that. Number 53, Chris Voigt down there with a group of guys. Eaglecrest next week takes on Rangeview at home, and then we'll face Grand Junction Central over on the western slope. So Horizon comes back now. Second down, and here comes Grable. He's rolling out in a left flat. He's got nowhere to go but the out-of-bounds marker, and he's chased down by number 51, Kevin Whitmer, and number 54, Jasper Armstrong. Knocked out of bounds, and that'll stop the clock. I believe he's just short of a first down. Dean Grable that time making a good effort to get up to the first down marker, but that's going to force a third down situation. And Grable motioning to the sideline, saying, come on, coach, let's get it in and get going. And he's got to move now as he may run out of time. Grable gets his offense set quickly, and it'll be a quick snap. It is. And a pitch back. Pitch back to number 23, goes to the right side. He breaks through tacklers, got the first down. He's going up the sidelines, and it's Jamie Kanapke. Kanapke knocks him out of bounds. "46-yard line of Eaglecrest, and oh boy. Horizon needed about 1.5 yards for a first down, and now Eaglecrest will take a timeout. With a 6-point lead, 20-14 here in the fourth quarter, the Raptors don't need these Hawks to go down and score. They want to keep them out of the end zone if at all possible. Excellent play that time by Jamie Kanapke as he bore down on number 23, Steve Norton, who was just burning up the right sideline for a big gain, first down, and the Hawks now in Raptor territory. Horizon, after today's contest, will take on Grand Junction, who takes on Overland here in the eastern side of the state this afternoon. And then Horizon will go to Hinckley, play North Glen, Fort Collins, Rocky Mountain, Thornton, and Westminster. So Grable back to pass up the right side again. He's got a man open. It's his brother, Keith Grable. And now was he in bounds? No, I don't believe he was. No, he was out of bounds. So the pass goes incomplete, and that stops the clock. Had to check for a minute. Ball spotted squarely on the midfield stripe. The nose of the ball is on the midfield stripe. And you can see the 5 stars out here for 5 Star Stadium. Grable now. Clock getting ready, or running out, and time is enemy. Hands off up the middle, and oh! Nice tackle made that time by Kerry Phillips. Number 31 and number 54, that's Jasper Armstrong on the bottom of the stack. Jasper just a sophomore, 6'1", 185. Jasper fills out that uniform a little bigger in 185. Penalty is declined against Horizon, and so that forces a third down now. Gain of about 2 yards, but Eaglecrest wants to keep that down marker rolling. Third down and long. Pressure on Eaglecrest defense, and now Grable goes straight back to pass. He's going to be, and he is pressured. He gets a block. Now he's going to be trapped for a loss. Ball's loose. It's going to be Eaglecrest ball. Oh, what a play. Pressure that time by Jasper Armstrong. And I believe it was Lance Gilloff who made the hit back there on Grable and knocked that ball loose as he stripped it going down. And the Raptors take possession in Horizon territory, leading by 6 points, 20-14. Now they need to keep possession of the ball and run the clock out. Of course, a better weapon would be to give it to number 10 and let him negotiate the distance for 6. Damian Brown is in the backfield, number 10. He takes the ball. He gets hit on the left side, and he is dropped. And Damian is a little upset about that tackle. Looks like a loss of maybe a yard or two on that play. Really, as he went to the left side, the hole closed quickly, and no opportunity for him to get outside. On Damian's first touchdown run, he broke around left end. On his second touchdown, he broke around right end, so he can go around either end. And here's Hedrick. Hedrick goes up the pass, pulls it down, and then fires out to the middle to number 42, Terrell Cameron. Cameron's got a first down deep in Hawk territory now. Oh, what a pass. Bryce Hedrick went straight up from the center position, faked the pass, pulled it down, then came back up and caught Terrell Cameron as he broke across the middle. Nice pass, nice catch. And the Raptors now with a first down drive to the Hawk goal line. Eye set for the Raptors. And here's a handoff to Cameron, Terrell Cameron, and Cameron gets stacked up by 3 purple shirts back there. They're going to give him forward progress. He's not going to be back at the 45. But let's see where the referees mark that ball. Well, I think one of the advantages of Bryce Hedrick on his pass on the previous play was that the Hawks are figuring Eaglecrest just going to run this ball out, run a clock out, so they can just pin their ears back and come after him. And that beautiful, quick over-the-middle pass by Hedrick may burn the Hawks once again. Let's see. Wind's blowing pretty good here right now, but it's at the back of Eaglecrest, so it's in their favor. And Wise, now let's check this out. Was there a flag thrown, or did Eaglecrest get a timeout called in time? There is a penalty, and it's going to back up the Hawks as Horizon's going to be called for encroachment. And I think what happened there is the slot back, as he was setting up, went forward a little bit and then reset. The lineman popped across the middle, and if you break the line, the imaginary line of scrimmage before the snap of the ball, that's encroachment. So it's 1st and 5 now for the Hawks. Well, let's check that. It's not 1st and 5. It is 2nd down and short. Bryce Hedrick now got everything straight. Potts right. He's under center. Takes a step and hands off this time to Damian Brown. And Brown is across the middle, across the left side. And now I think we've got a timeout called by Horizon. Horizon's going to stop the clock. So here are the Raptors on a fake handoff, and now a handoff to Terrell Cameron, and Cameron gets out of bounds. He's over here near the 20-yard line. And I think he is short. He's about 2 yards short of the first down. That's going to bring up 4th down and 2. So the Raptors, what are they going to do here? Bryce Hedrick's still in. And now here comes the play from the bench, number 81, Bob Rosenau. So Hedrick brings his offense to the line. Looks over the defense, sets under center, takes a snap, and he hands off to Damian Brown, and Damian's 5, 10, 5, touchdown. Well, there was the answer. You just had to find the slot. What a pretty run. That's touchdown number 3 for Damian Brown. And Damian, if you don't mind, I'll be critical and say that's not nearly as exciting as your 2 80-yard runs, but nonetheless, Eaglecrest will take it. Now we're going to have the attempt for the extra point, but will Eaglecrest go for 2? Coming out now is number 8, Bo Rogers, and boy, what a game Bo Rogers has played. Well, I see Jason Rogers, number 12, in there, the kicker. Now let's watch Eaglecrest break the huddle. Bryce Hedrick, number 7, of course, is the holder, so the kicking team is there. And I see Jason Rogers with the tee in his hand, so now we've got a penalty. Unsportsmanlike conduct called against Eaglecrest, so that's going to back them up. Brings the ball back to the 18-yard line, as it'll be a 15-yard penalty. The normal extra point try would be from the 3. So puts a little distance for Jason Rogers, but nonetheless, Bryce Hedrick to hold. Snaps back, down, kick is up, it's high, it's long, and it's good. Jason Rogers tacks on point number 27 for the Raptors. And the score now late in the fourth quarter. Eaglecrest 27, Horizon 14. And number 12, Jason Rogers, is a happy young man. Tack on that extra point, and now we'll set up at the 40 to kick off for Eaglecrest. Well, that could be the one, and we might hear the large lady warming up in the wings out here as now Eaglecrest moves out to a 13-point lead, 27-14. But I tell you, the Hawks have not gone down easy, and it's been a good battle. Kicks to the goal line, into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. And you got to believe Jason Rogers was a little pumped. I mean, after all, that's a 28-yard extra point, folks, with from the line of scrimmage. He doesn't even get the point where the ball is actually placed. So the young man made a nice kick, and he had plenty of length and plenty of distance for a longer field goal attempt. And kickers like to do that kind of stuff. 1st and 10 from the 20 now, 80 yards away. Horizon. Grable passes out into the flat, and it's caught. And he is immediately tackled by number 22, Courtney McHugh, and number 77, Randy Gorton. Of course, along with the Patriot missile, Bo Rogers, number 8. And now we got a little confusion up here. Okay, here comes one of the smallest players I've seen in the game tonight, Steve Cruz, 26. Here's a pass from Grable. Oh, almost intercepted. I'll tell you what, that was a beautiful play by Courtney McHugh. McHugh had his hands on it, and I'm sure Courtney saw 6 in the lights at the end zone down there, but it was just a little high out of his reach. Stops the clock late in the fourth quarter. Dean Grable, quarterback, drops back, looks up the field, the pass, he's being pressured. Gets the pass off, and it's going to go incomplete. Good coverage that time, upfield by Bo Rogers. I missed the pressure man, but I'll tell you, Grable felt the hot breath of the Eaglecrest tackler coming right down his back as he let go of that pass. That'll stop the clock once again. Now the officials come over to talk to Coach Peterson about something. And I believe there is a personal foul penalty here called against Eaglecrest because the ball's being moved up to the 45-yard line. Well, just shy of the 45, 44. And it's going to be 1st and 10. So I apologize. I missed the call, but it was a big penalty, 15 yards, and it has to be a personal foul of some kind. So the Hawks now with their backs against the wall. Grable drops back and he hands off once again to Steve Cruz, who tries to get up the middle. Now Eaglecrest starting to feel their oats a little bit out there on defense as number 68, Al Fracolo, who's played a great game, made the stop on Cruz. Hawks now go back and Grable looks to pass. Being pressured. He's getting heat now. Grable waving him upfield, and he throws it way out of bounds. Number 54, Jasper Armstrong, and number 77, Randy Gordon, both putting the heat that time on Grable. And just as little insurance, Al Fracola coming over and helps out along with number 51, Kevin Widmer. Well, with that incomplete pass, of course, we stopped the clock once again. But Eaglecrest now with a commanding lead. Looks like they're going to put win number 2 in the column as they are up 27-14 over the Horizon Hawks. And Grable, nothing to do but pass now. He gets some heat. He passes up the sidelines, and it's long, intended for his brother, Keith Grable, but it's incomplete, and good coverage that time by Trey Miller, number 3, on the sidelines. Puts the Horizon Hawks into third down and 9. And now it looks like there is a penalty. There was a penalty against Horizon. Illegal receiver downfield is the call, and so it backs them up 5, and third down and 16 now, but Horizon feeling beat, and here's the pressure this time by number 54, Jasper Armstrong, and the pass intended downfield is covered nicely that time by number 22, Courtney McHugh, and number 3, Trey Miller on the coverage. Boy, nice pressure that time. Jasper Armstrong was all over Grable's back, and Grable had all he could do to just keep moving without getting tackled to get that pass off. I'll tell you, this Grable is a nice-looking quarterback. He's got a good arm. He just needs a little better blocking. Hawks now to punt. And the punt is going to go back to the 10-yard line, and there is a Raptor in sight, and it's going to be down, it looks like, at about the 6-yard line. Going to be 1st and 10 for Eaglecrest, but more importantly, they've got the ball, and they can kill the clock here late in the fourth quarter to win this game. Boy, oh boy, what a game it has been. And now Eaglecrest calls timeout to get their offense on the field. Raptors have had good offense. A good offensive attack, and particularly in the second half as they turn Damian Brown loose for 3 touchdowns, and young man put 18 points of this 27-point attack up, and certainly helped to salt this game away for the Raptors. Well, one would presume that Bryce Hedrick is going to take the snap and kneel straight down to just get the clock running, and he does. Goes straight down, clock runs. Crowd now cheers in the background, and the players take the field as the horn sounds And the Eaglecrest Raptors move their record to 2 wins and no losses for the 1993 season as they take a 27-14 victory over the Horizon Hawks. And if one could summarize this game up, we'd look back to the halftime that was 7-7. Eaglecrest went out to the first lead at 7-0. Then Horizon came back right before the half on 4 plays, drove 54 yards and scored 7 points to tie the game at the halftime. Eaglecrest came out and turned loose number 10, Damian Brown, for an 80-yard touchdown and went ahead 14-7. 4 plays later, number 10 for the Horizon Hawks, Brent Allshouse, took a pass and went the distance for another 7 points. It made it 14-14. Brown wrapped it up with an 80-yard touchdown run in the fourth quarter when he put up the second touchdown of the day and then tacked on another 23-yarder for good measure to cap the scoring. Final score was Eaglecrest 27 and Horizon 14. So for your cameraman, Eric Robinson, I'm your play-by-play man, Norm Gebhardt. For Amateur Sports Video from Thornton 5-Star Stadium, we bid you a very nice good day. Final score, Eaglecrest 27 and the Horizon Hawks 14. Score, Eaglecrest 27 and the Horizon Hawks 14.